Well, one, you can get a lot of mana from the Brilliance Aura, and two, it can hit so many of your so many of their units and slow them down a fair bit. And since this is a melee hero, they're probably going to be trying to surround it and stuff, and they have very low hunters have very low range. Mine now just sort of coming and going really, just trying to draw these units out. Obviously, it's going to be quite hard for them to kill many of these units. I'm surprised Thu hasn't upgraded this tower just to, or actually built it a bit further forward as well. But Mountain King does go down to level 5 Warden, and I think this is pretty much over now for Thu. It's a bit of a shame, but Hyde having to be used on those two huntresses because they were slowed, and Thu doesn't look like he's gonna hold units there. He's just gonna leave them. Maybe he's gonna go buy some or try and expand here, or at least get a fairly good item from it. But these two huntresses now coming back out of Hyde, and quite a sort of significant base just at the expansion here. Ooh, I'm not sure if he's forgotten about that huntress actually. Almost tier 2 now, but Remind now comes back in with his massive army of huntresses. He looks like he might not even need tier 2. Archmage very low, one Shadow Strike will get him, but obviously Warden's being slowed, but he does have an invuln pot, so he could pop that invuln pot and try and get to the Archmage. Archmage's been healed a bit by priests, but still only 200 hit points, so I think it would be close, but with a priest he might be able to save it. Obviously Shadow Strike does a lot of damage, but it's over time, and Warden comes back in now. One hidden Huntress here could actually be used to get a bit of a surprise block off. I imagine the Stirrel's just going to be left, and Shadow Strike being used on the Archmage, but it's healed too much now. Thunderclap being used, but not actually hitting as many units as you'd probably like. And Remind using Hide very well here. Obviously it's still early night, but Thu really needs to have some dust to because he's just lost so many kills now. And ooh, Pit Lord second actually, that's quite nice. Does lots of area effect damage. No breakers yet, so nothing magic immune. Thu says GG just as the Archmage and Mountain King go down. So okay, I'll see you in game 2, guys. Okay, folk, game 2 here, between Thu and Remind, and this is, although you can't tell from the loading screen, this is going to be on Lost Temple, and it's going to be, Remind's going to be playing Orc actually. This is just because Elf without a tavern really does suffer when you get to tier 2, and so Remind could go for the Warden Huntsville again, but I guess he just, Remind's very good at playing Orc anyway, so I guess that's just sort of what he's decided to do for this game. And obviously Lost Temple, so it's a bit of a weird map anyways. It's not in any other map pool really. And fast lumber mill for Thu, and I think we might see an early expansion. It's a very good position for Thu to expand. I presume you know Lost Temple. It's very old school. It's one of my favourite maps actually, just because it's never seen, and it's just a bit of fun, and there's some interesting creeps. And Remind immediately scouting in the correct direction as well, so that's quite nice for him. Thu going for Mountain King first actually. Mountain King fairly good against Blade Master, obviously quite nice for getting sort of a quick bolt and then doing some damage before they can win and walk away. Just a bit of surprise because Blade Master can just do so much to the Archmage. But what I'm thinking now is that Thu probably doesn't have much experience playing on this map with this situation, but Remind probably has less actually, so I think it's going to be quite interesting because obviously Remind, a fairly proficient Orc player, plays Orc against Undead often because obviously Orc versus Elf isn't particularly good. Thu now probably realizing where Remind is, but just scouting anyways. Remind actually, while he did scout, I don't think he scouted this fast lumber mill, and immediately, is that 6 militia? 5 militia and a footman come out, and I think the Blade Master is going to go straight and creep this camp here, or maybe, I think he'll creep this camp here. This camp is fairly easy to creep, and then it gives us some good items, especially for Orc. It's quite easy to creep, and immediately Thu's going to get level 2 off this camp, and I really hate what Shadow League have actually done to the middle of the map. If you look here, this just looks really ugly. The sort of 4 Shadow League things around the health fountain. But remind just item creeps that gets a ring of protection. Obviously, pretty terrible. But th000 also got a ring of protection, so I guess it's balanced in its awfulness. And remind now going to creep the same place. He might actually creep the entire camp now, just so that he can get level 2, and I think that does give you level 2. And th000 immediately putting up a tower, so he might go for some sort of an arcane tower as well, despite having that lumber mill. th000 might go for a Mountain King, Paladin, and then mass air strategy that you often see on Melting Valley versus Orc. I should probably do a commentary. I don't think I've actually done one on that strategy. It's a fairly common strategy now. You can also do it on Echo Isles. Th000 getting really unlucky here, just missing the Blade Master coming in, and it looks like this Arcane Tower is going to be a bit late for the Blade to catch the Blade Master, and the Blade Master will probably get a couple peasant kills, just to say the least, really here. And this is looking very good for Remind early on. He's built Remind's building a shop just halfway through, and I imagine th000's going to send some footmen there. Meanwhile, his Mountain King probably will buy Staff of Teleportation. Yeah, he does, and TPing to the expansion. And probably sort of just try and get as many bolts off as possible. He actually doesn't manage to get any. He probably should have tried to get a bolt just while the Arcane Tower was there. And bringing in some militia now to take out these grunts. But Remind killing another peon. I think he's killed 4 now. And yeah, he's killed 4, and he's going to try and take out this 5th one. But getting a surround there on the Blade Master, very nice by th000, and that's really going to turn this around, because there's not even a tavern on this map, so you can't quick revive that Blade Master. Not that he would anyways, but that's going to be very bad for him. And the shop's gone down as well, so some very fortunate play there. Almost tier 2 for Remind. I think this is really going to set Remind back, because he's not going to be able to do anything for a while. Another bolts around on a grunt, and almost level 3 on the Mountain King now. Town Hall now going up, almost done, and a tower going up in the base as well. And I imagine we're going to see a fairly late tech from th000. Despite having killed the Blade Master, you can never really be too careful. And just some simple creeping, harassment there. Remind obviously wants to heal on the health fountain. Health fountain is very good for it. You can heal so much faster with a grunt than with a footman or something. And th000, I'm not sure where he's going with his Mountain King now, actually. Maybe he's gonna. It doesn't look like he's going to the base. Maybe he's gonna go shopping again. Maybe he wants to buy some boots. That would be fairly sensible against the Blade Master. And this expansion is now up, and he does have 4 or 5 on gold, and he's still producing them. He's still producing peons from his main for lumber as well, and he's getting his masonry upgrade. So I think he's gonna be going for the long game here. Which is a bit unfortunate, because obviously I'm doing this live, and it might mean that it's a really long game now, but hopefully it won't be too long. Generally, when you see Mountain King, Paladin, then Mass Air, the Orc often goes for Alchemist third, just because it can lower the armor of the units, and so Bat Riders are more effective. 2 bestiaries here. For Remind, sorry, quickly, and but since obviously Remind can't go Alchemist on this map because there's no tavern, it might be a bit more advantageous for th000. And meanwhile, th000 looks like he's gonna get level 3 off this camp here, and the Shadow Hunter second, Blade Master in the middle, now creeping the fountain. Some very nice creeping here. Another Ring of Protection though. That's quite bad luck for him, really. Gotta feel sorry, and I hate this the sort of tiles that they've put down here. You can't really see things properly. Greater Mana Potion, that's gonna be good for the Shadow Hunter when it comes out. Mountain King just sort of sticking around the base. I'm not sure what he's trying to do here. Maybe he's trying to scout the second hero, but it seems like he could do that more easily than actually wasting his entire DPS, basically, because he just has 3 footmen running around as well. And I'm now running the Mountain King into the base, getting a bolt off and killing a peon, but to what end, really? Getting ensnared now, and I think he'll have to TP out, getting hexed. he does have a staff of teleportation, but he has 3 raiders out, so that's going to be more than enough. And he should really TP out early rather than later. Yeah, there he goes. TPing out later would be pretty ineffective. And building an arcane vault just outside Remind's base, and this is really confusing for me. This is just the type of thing that th000 does occasionally. Maybe he's trying to set the expo, because obviously you have to play really defensive when you're going for a tier 3 air strategy, just because you don't want to build any units until you get to well, at least tier 2, where you can build a couple Dragonhawks. And so it's easier for the orc to expand, and so maybe that's what Ryan's trying to do. And as you can see, th000's built a large amount of farms around his base. This is in reaction to the 2 bestiaries, because he knows that base raiding is a possibility, and this tower has to be cancelled now. And th000's really gonna have to bring out some militia as well as his Mountain King and 3 footmen. Really, such an insignificant amount there. And I imagine Remind has pillage. Actually, no, it doesn't look like he does. Oh no, he's not attacking any buildings anymore, sorry. Using his Book of the Dead now, that's going to be very nice. And it looks like th000's going to be in a bit of trouble here. His Mountain King's back in